Dana Abercrombie, the Coalition. My question is kind of for the cast, whomever wants to respond to this, is this is the final season, the final goodbye. And what I wanted to know is what message would you, as the actor playing that character, give your character for giving you these three seasons?
I would say I would thank Ty. I feel like I grew with Ty. I feel like I learned more about myself through playing Ty. And I would also thank Ty for her connection to sisterhood. I feel like it deepened my connection to my sisters and my friends, and also making friends and sisters out of my co-stars.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would thank Camille because she has taken me on a journey that has been life-changing, where, as Jerry said, I've grown, I've discovered things about myself, I've asked myself a lot of hard questions, I've cried, I've laughed, I've triumphed, I've lived, and all the things. And so my journey is very similar to Camille's, and we're one and the same. So I would just say thank you, Camille, for the past 5 years. You've made my life better.
I would have to agree. For me, and I think it's like a love letter already. Like, we're like, we just want to thank. But it's true. Like, I think for me, I'd like to thank Quinn for giving me permission, right? It's like there's something really uninhibiting about playing a character who just lives life as it comes, lives in the present moment. I think a lot of times we live life, especially with social media and cameras in our face, all the time. We're constantly like documenting life. Sometimes it's hard to be present and to also present to the world something that is true and authentic and real. And so when you follow these girls along their everyday life in Harlem, like, you get every aspect of them, right? You don't get the filtered version. You don't get that version. What, kale? What is that, kale or greens? Like, you get all of their flawed moments. And I think that there's very few greater gifts than to live authentically as yourself. So I'd have to thank Quinn for the permission and the reminder to do that.
Yeah, I echo the ladies as well. I have nothing but immense gratitude for Angie. She has stretched my capacity to love others and sisters and friendships. I show up differently, and I love myself more vivaciously in playing her. I think that I heard someone say that you come out of the womb perfect. And as you go through life, you start conforming and putting on shells and putting on masks in order to be accepted. And someone who is as raw and authentic as Angie just helped me to really tap back into those beautiful pieces of me that make me unique, the parts of me that I was hiding. So she's given me so much self-acceptance, and she's given me music. I'm thankful for that too. I've always wanted to do it. And because of her, I have found my voice both in communication and in friendship, but also in song as well.
Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, I feel like I can really only echo the same thing. I mean, like Grace was saying, I guess this is a love letter. What I would thank Ian for is sometimes as a man, I'll forget that, having the other side, the softer side, or the more vulnerable side to go along with the virility, or the strength of the manliness. Sometimes I'll forget about that, and watching Ian just love so deeply and really just be unapologetic with what it is he's chasing in life. Yeah, his passion and what we know a man should be chasing, but also the flip side. He's unapologetic about wanting to be a father and having that space in his life and doing it with the right woman. And he goes through his own arc, but I feel like at the end, I watched him succeed in getting what he was chasing, regardless of, I don't know, what the world might think. So being able to watch it helps me touch back into it with my own reality. And again, I think having that juxtaposition, or the full contrast of what a real man is a beautiful thing to watch. And I thank him for giving me permission to live that in my everyday life.